Right.
But
Yeah, folks, tonight Brian Lunsford was supposed to be with us, like I was saying, and he's got an abscess. Y'all send him a little love and energy. I know what that's like. I swear, it's like we were talking about before we came on. It just seems like everybody, I mean, including myself, has just been sick forever. It's like, oh, is there any end? Thankfully, I'm starting to feel better. I pretty much went into seclusion. I wasn't going to leave my house until I started feeling better, and I'm glad I did. So. And you said you've been fighting it a little bit too, as well, haven't you, Michelle?
yeah, I guess like 4 or 5 days ago, I felt like I was catching a cold. So my husband asked, like, where does it hurt? And I couldn't explain. So then I assumed it was a head cold, but it moved into my chest. And we were talking earlier. I don't like to take medications. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
However, um, my husband made me some Alka-Seltzer Cold and Plus, and you just put a little water and some orange, and it tastes pretty good. And I'll tell you what, I took 3 doses of that, and I actually feel so much better. Um, I was on China Mrs. Jones channel the other night, and the longer I was on, I was getting sicker and sicker. And I was like, look, I'd like to stay, but I've got to go.
Right.
Yeah, but now I feel great. Thanks for asking.
Well, like I said, it seems like everybody's been fighting it lately. Speaking of, let's see who we got with us so far. The Fifth World. I need to resubscribe to her. Let me do that real quick. That's one thing about where I lost my channel. I can't remember everybody I was subscribed to. So, folks, if I'm not, leave a comment in one of the videos so I can resubscribe to you, because I'm going through the comments, and the people that leave comments, I'm making sure I'm subscribed to you. So help me out. There's Alex Fox. I think I need to subscribe to him too. Yep. Who else we got? There's Michelle. Johan. Raymond X the Prophet. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Mr. David Barry. How you doing, buddy? Infinite Frequency 6111. How you doing? Namaste. Ann Allen. Howdy. How you doing? Gaza Cab. What's going on, buddy? Michelle Cannon Free. How you doing, hon? There's Miss Delaney. Who else we got with us? Ultraviolet Flame. We're going to be getting her back on here. Rick Yorkin. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, I know. Echo. We got it took care of. What is happening? How you doing? David Castle. Welcome. Who else we got going on? Miss Travel 444. Did I say that already? I don't know. Well, welcome again if I did.
Queen of Quartz.
Amanda B. Yeah, I'm still trying to work my way down. There's Queen of Quartz. How you doing, Karen? We need to get you back on here. There's Mary Wins, my PR department. Lori in Lakesh Alakin Chavez. How you doing? Rebecca Galactinoff. Welcome, hon. Good to see you. I need to do that reading for you too. All right, I think we've got caught up there pretty much. So, like I said, been one of those weeks. Now that we got a few people in here, I want to talk to Michelle's sort of a conspiracy person like myself. So
Always.
some
Since
things that
literally since 1966, when I first saw, wait, let me start that over. When I saw my first UFO,
oh, okay.
that was it. That
Actually,
was it.
I showed one of the UFO clips that I still haven't put the video out, but last week when I had Brian on, I showed him one of the clips that I've got. Maybe I can show it to you later, or I'll send it to you. But anyway, what I was going to talk about is, I know everybody's been talking about this coronavirus and all that, and really hadn't said a whole lot about it, because to me, I think it's just another psyop. So that's why I really hadn't talked about it much. And another thing that kind of come out this week was that broom thing, and there's a lot of hoopla going on about that, and I never did post anything about that, even though no, I tried it, I did, and matter of fact, my broom's still standing there. And but anyway, to me, that another psyop. I think they're putting a lot of things out here to see how we're reacting right now. And as far as if anybody don't know, that broom, it's all just about center of gravity. It's the way the broom is designed. So You can go look that up yourself. But anyway, I'm seeing a lot of news here lately to the next op. At least to me, I think that they've got a good opportunity to work on. And I know people are seeing a lot about this Betelgeuse, the star in Orion that is dimming, and it sent out some gravitational waves here not long ago. Well, I've been kind of keeping an eye on that, and that's something I do want to discuss, though, because I started off, I'm kind of a space nerd, whether people believe there's space or not. But anyway, I think that's the next stop coming. Whether it's going to go supernova or not, I don't know, but I think that's a good opportunity for them to check out a little Project Bluebeam action. So, just kind of use your discretion. Basically, my point is use your discretion on these things that's going to be coming up that seem outlandish or seem trendy, things like that. Use your discernment and use your discretion before you jump on that bandwagon, and do a little research yourself. So that's my little soapbox stand for the evening.
I've been seeing so many videos uploaded to YouTube about the coronavirus. And I've got to tell you, I won't watch most of them because I feel like it's the fear porn, and I refuse.
That's
I
exactly what it is. I mean, the flu has killed 10,000 people so far. The
right.
coronavirus has killed, what, 1,300? Come on,
I
people.
think they said 1,600, but
But, I mean, like I said, use your discernment, people. They're testing us right now, and I'm telling you, people are getting beat down over there in China, like if just for not wearing a mask. So,
yeah,
and the States is going to be the last place this is taking place. I'm just saying, you're seeing riots happen all over the world. People are just like us are getting this same information. They may not understand what's going on, but they're getting this energy as well, and that's why you're seeing these eruptions all over the world, and that's why you're seeing this happen in China. Just like we were talking about, where'd the Hong Kong protests go?
yeah.
Virus took care of that. So use your discernment, folks. And I'd like to know your opinions on that as well. So, leave a comment later, or you can talk about it in chat, whatever. But anyway, so there we go. You said you'd been getting a lot of messages coming in that was, like I said, that seems to be similar. We're all as one, the merging of the divine and the divine, or in the masculine, the feminine masculine.
Yeah. It started a few months ago. What happened was, every night I laid down and I said, now I lay me down to sleep and pray the Lord my soul to keep. And then I was like, wait, what am I saying here? Right? So
I've
it's
done
like,
a show on this.
yeah. So now I changed it to, now I lay me down to rest. If I hope at least I've passed your test. And then I say, I am Michelle, and I'm looking for any benevolent spirit, sentient being. Is there anyone out there who'd like to speak? And for the most part, I get very specific voices. I've mentioned before, I know nothing about the Bible. I know about Michael. I did not know about an angel named Ariel, and that was the first one who spoke to me. And the voice was male, and it was very gentle, and he told me a few things. But then the next night I got Michael, and Michael was very stern, not mean, just a very powerful voice.
Right.
And I was telling you earlier, I wish, it's not that I don't want to sleep with my husband, but with him next to me, there's no way I could record what I'm getting. In the dark, I can't be writing this down. So I don't remember all the details. And then just a couple of nights ago, well, I've gotten female, and she says, when I asked her name, it started with a G, but she said her name was not important. She is here to help. And telling me that, which we all know we have our own answers. We know how to solve our problems.
Yep.
We just choose not to, or we choose to procrastinate. So then the last voice I got came in as a male and female, but they were one, because I asked them, are you a male and a female? And they said, no, we are one. Just like we've been telling you, we are one. I was told that they are from our future, that they are us from the future. I gotta put my tinfoil hat on because I believe in that stuff. I believe in time travel. I believe that we've had that technology for a very, very, very long time.
Yep.
You go back and watch certain TV shows, certain movies, it's all predictive programming. They've got to tell you the truth. It's right there in plain sight. Truth. So, I first of all, I love going to sleep. I love dreaming. I've had dreams that I would say weren't dreams, they were actual experiences. That really messed with me. The one where the sun exploded.
Elaborate. I'd like to hear more on that one.
Okay, I went to sleep one night and I dreamt we were outside, standing in the street, and all of a sudden, what I thought was the sun exploded. So I yelled to everybody, hit the ground, and I was like lying up against the curb,
Mm-hmm.
and I could literally feel the skin on my back melting. That's how hot this was. And the smoke, like what's behind you right now,
Mm-hmm.
it was so thick. And I was laying there and I said, okay, I'm about to take my last breath. I'm fine with that because I don't fear death. And all of a sudden, as I was about to take my last breath, the smoke dissipated, and I have never seen the sky or the air so clean, not in this lifetime.
Well, it's interesting because, well, on my other channel, I don't have the video anymore, but I've done a show on a micronova event. And I don't know, it seems to resonate with me. And I feel if the government is preparing for anything as far as spacebound threat, I think that might be what it is, because when a micronova does happen, it's during a solar minimum period, which is what we're going into.
Right.
And what happened is the sun you'll start to see it blink, which I've seen with my own eyes, and I know other people have as well. But the sun will kind of like explode and go out. So maybe that's what you're kind of getting a premonition on. And it's weird because when the micronova event does happen like that, it'll totally strip everything facing the sun, that side. But on the opposite side of the earth, so that side will get scorched, but on the opposite side of the earth, there's a big vacuum effect. And then that's why everything on that side will freeze. So that would be cleansing the atmosphere, because it's going to basically suck the atmosphere right out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was one that stayed with me for quite a while. I've had dreams about going on spaceships, going to a different planet. In fact, the one okay, so there's so many stories I could tell you.
What did the planet look like, by the way?
So okay, while I was on board the ship, first of all, before I got on the ship, I was like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm going on the ship. And I was told, shh, shh, right? So I get on the ship and They take me to what I would call the bridge, and these people look like us, human. It was more men than females. And I said, "What, no windows?" And they opened the window, and I saw, like you see in Star Trek, you're going through, the stars are flying by.
Right.
And then what they showed me was on, I'm going to use the word a computer screen, but it was like no computer we've ever seen. And they showed me this big red planet coming up, up. So now, whatever planet they took me to, I did not see from a distance. I just know we landed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to a house. And I'm telling you, if I ever see this house again, it's a house I will never forget. It was like a maroon red.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked in, and there were women, and there were several children. And these people told me, go by the children. And in order to get into the room, you had to step up and walk in. And the women were not happy that I was there. So I picked up a few of the babies. I don't really remember what they looked like. I would say humanoid.
Right.
But I got the feeling that the women did not want me in there. And then another story is my best friend, Chachi. Her and I grew up in a very small town called Haskell, New Jersey, the borough of Wanacue. So back in 1966, it was this huge UFO sighting. It's on the internet. You can find all the information. And Chachi and I never really discussed this. But about a year ago, I was sitting out back talking to Chachi, and I finally brought up the subject of aliens and this and that. And I said, "Did you ever see a dark alien in like a hooded robe?" She said, "Oh my God, Michelle." And I got to back up for a second. I got pregnant in 1988, and 6 weeks later, so did my best friend. So our children were born within 6 weeks of each other. And what she told me was, after her baby was born, she woke up one night. There was a dark figure in the hooded robe. I used to call it a cloak, a hooded cloak. And she said, "Get away from my baby. You're not taking my baby." So her and I have had several similar experiences that, again, we didn't talk to you about for 50 years, 40 years.
Wait,
And now when we do talk, it,
no, wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Are you saying that the pregnancies y'all had were maybe what you were witnessing in the ship?
I would say that what I saw on that planet may have been my children. However, every experience I've ever had, I always go willingly. I literally put my hand out. I take them by their hands. I'm so excited. I have no memories of anything bad ever happening to me. Um, the one spaceship, I remember them showing me, like this room and that room. But do I remember entering it? No. What I do remember, and this was many years ago, was I've heard about people being like put into, I forget the color they say of this gooey substance. The one I was in was pink. I was in a gooey pink substance. And again, this was many years ago. Um, yeah, so I believe in all this stuff. I believe that these were real experiences.
Did you wake up in that gooey substance? I mean, how did you come into that substance?
I don't know how I was put into it. I just remember, I guess, like waking up in it, and it was now time to come out of it.
Okay, see that's what I was kind of wondering because they'll put you in a what do you call it, a something state, like they're
Yeah,
talking.
where they,
Huh?
wipe your memory.
Yeah, well, it's like they were talking about if we were going to be doing intergalactic travel, they'd have to put you in a something state. I can't remember what the name for
Right,
it.
status.
Yeah, but basically, but you would be in a gel substance and like in a pod, and then that they would, revive you once I guess you got to the destination. Like you said, I think there's credence where you're saying that a lot of these aliens we call are us from the future. That's what I seem to be getting as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting most, is that because when I begin, I am Michelle, I am. And they say, we are you. We are you. You are us.
Well, I mean, that goes to my theory, like people think of God as like some figure. And to me, I think God is an all encompassing energy. I think that's why we are a part of God. I mean, everything is.
Yeah,
So everything would be we because we're all connected as one energy.
yes. I think I might have said this before, but when I was being born, my mom didn't know whether I was a boy or a girl, and she was naming me Michael. So when it came out a girl, she couldn't really name me Michael, so she named me Michelle.
Mhm.
And I remember being a little kid saying, "What does my name mean? What does my name mean?" And she always said it meant something like one who is like God. So from a very young age, I always felt different, like all powerful, I didn't portray that in my personality. In fact, I was very shy as a young kid, up until probably my uh, late teens, when I started, coming out of my shell with a little help from maybe some alcohol and other good stuff.
Well, it's weird because the information has always been there for us, but they've just twisted it up so much, and that's where the deciphering comes in, and I think that's what we're finally figuring out, just like with Julianne Payne, how she breaks down the words and all that, like it is all. I mean, I keep saying it, the world is just one big stage.
All the world's stage. Who said that? Shakespeare?
I think it was.
Somebody famous.
uh,
All the world's a stage.
it is.
And I spell world WHIRLED.
Like world.
Yeah, because that seems to be what we're just, whirling about.
Well, I mean, and that all goes back to like the toroidal field. And it's like
Yeah,
I named that show last week, In Through the Outdoor. And that's basically what I was talking about.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's funny how we're all getting pieces. It's like I was talking to Trina earlier, and you know we're all getting these same pieces coming together. It's just or coming in at the same time. It's just we've got to communicate, and like I keep saying, start honing in on our abilities and skills so we can, because we're figuring this thing out. I promise you.
yeah. I have very good intuition. I definitely have had premonitions in the past, um,
Yeah, I've
that
been
have come
foreseeing
true.
things lately, like, kind of getting these thoughts come into it and then see them manifest here a couple of days later. Not like things I'm trying to manifest good, just like foreseeing things. That's the only way I can describe it.
Right.
It is.
Mine was the first one I really recall was my father coming to me in a dream, and he said everything's going to be okay. And I hadn't seen him in a long time. He was an alcoholic. And about 6 months later, I got a call at my job that your father died last night. And immediately I flashed back to that dream. He was telling me he was going to be okay, you know? And again, I've had several dreams like that, but I always, well, I shouldn't say always, because the few times I did not go with my gut, my intuition, I wound up getting myself in big trouble, you know, and that was, you know, that was back in the days I did really stupid stuff. But as long as I follow my intuition, I'm usually okay.
You know, I found it's a lot of times it's so simple. It's not even funny. Like, you know, a lot of times your judgment can be clouded, and with all this information coming in, it can be a little overwhelming. And I found like it's as simple as just going into meditation and asking for clarity. Just be direct. You know, I mean, with what you want.
Yes. Yes.
Because otherwise, it's going to be vague.
You don't, like, if I at night don't ask specific questions, and a lot of times before I can even form the thought, the voice is coming back at me, and it's not my voice. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think it is. I think it's your higher self. That's, or at least that's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. Shit, there's somebody said it. Infinite Frequency says it's from the 7 stages of life by Shakespeare.
all the world's a stage.
Yep. Ah, well, we got off on a tangent, didn't we? Didn't even show any pictures.
You know, I don't know if you would be willing to make this possible, but I would love to come on a show with you and Trina.
Yeah.
I see Trina on Wayne, and I would love to be able to speak to her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like this, you know?
I'm sure she's in chat. I'm sure she wouldn't mind either.
Yeah.
I like doing, and I'm not gonna. I don't care to do that. Like, I like doing that because I like having 3 people. I don't know that I'm going to bring that many people back on Trinity of Truth. I kind of like keeping that the way it is, but I'd be more than happy if you want one of those others to join or anything like that on another night. I'm all about it, and I'm, like I said, I'm waiting to see if Trina says something, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind. So just let me know here in the next couple
Yeah,
weeks.
because like I said, I watch her on Wayne Steiger mostly. I see this every time I'm on someone's show. There is no way I can possibly watch everyone's videos. I try to watch some, and then I get I guess I'll use the word burned out, and I can't watch YouTube for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, like the past week and a half, I've not really watched anything. Except I watched your video from this morning, Brian.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, that's right. I did see your comment. I haven't went in and.
Yeah, because it reminded me of my husband and how when we first met, I'm going to be personal now for those who've not heard my story yet, but when I first met my husband, I was a stone cold heroin addict.
Right.
And we met through a mutual acquaintance introduced us. And after about a week of dating, I had to lay all my cards on the table because I literally was very addicted to heroin at that time. So I told him who I was, what I was about, what was going on with my life. And I've told my husband a million times, as soon as I laid my cards out on the table, he should have run. He didn't. He used to always say to me, Michelle, I see something better in you. And it took me 10 years of being with him before I finally decided to choose life. And then a year after I knew I was done, I was completely, sober, I actually married him. And we're not big into Valentine's or any holidays, but this morning he gave me a card. And
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
didn't hear me say Happy Valentine's Day. That's Happy Hallmark holidays, the way I look at it.
yeah, I mean, we just don't do that stuff. But I was surprised that he bought me a card, and I read it, and it was, a little funny.
But see, he accepted you for all your flaws even before that. So you know that's love.
Oh, let me tell you, I've got the greatest. I've really got a good man. Really got a good man.
Hold on to it. That's hard to find these days. I'm
So
telling
we've
you.
been together, I don't know, 21, 22 years. So yeah, it's, and it's not always easy. It's not always
Life
easy.
ain't easy, so I couldn't imagine trying to appease too.
But what you said in your video was it's all about love.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed that video. It was perfect.
I mean, how can you go wrong with some Crosby, Stills, and Nash? You know.
Um, you know, I know I mentioned this to you before, but you and I have such similar tastes in music. It's funny. I'll watch one of your videos and I'm like, I know I've got that song on a playlist somewhere. Yeah,
I mean,
yes.
that's when music was music, when it went all electric and all that. And, I mean, of course, everybody knows about the 440 hertz and all. And man, let me tell you, I don't know if you've listened to music in the 432 after, at first you kind of wonder, is there a difference? But like, listen to a song that's like, got some heartfelt and some emotion, maybe a song that gets you on the verge of crying. It will make you cry this time.
Oh, yeah, I can get very emotional listening to music. Somebody had recommended that I try a higher hertz. And I'll tell you, when I did that, I got a very, what's the word I want to use? Bad vibes.
Yeah. Well, that's why they went from 432 to 440. It puts us in a higher, not really a higher frequency, so to say, but an agitated state.
Yeah, so that didn't work for me. But I have a playlist. It's, like music to sleep by. Now, I used to go to sleep every night with headphones. That's the only way I could fall asleep. And I stopped doing that because I realized I wasn't dreaming the way I wanted to dream, and two, I wasn't sleeping good. So yeah, it's been several months that I don't listen to anything while sleeping. But
Well, I guess maybe we should start wandering over towards your channel.
we listen. I'm here.
We can
Here's
still
my
talk because I'm sharing, but we can at least get it going.
okay.
Let's see.
I would come on your show without showing my videos because you already know I like to chat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're welcome to come on anytime. Like, I'm now that I've got this computer, like I was kind of hesitant there for a while, to be honest with you. And well, especially when I lost my channel, because I was, I didn't know whether people would find me again. I thought it was over, to be honest with
And
you.
I didn't even know you lost your channel until I saw your video that said you had a new channel. So I immediately went and subscribed.
Well,
Yeah.
what's this bright sun one here?
That's all right.
Where's the video from? Can I show it?
Yeah, and you can show all my videos. I've taken all of them.
Okay, where did you get the images from?
From aiming my Android phone up at the sky.
You got these sun pictures?
Yes.
No, the ones that showed it with the solar flare there, the CME, the opening here. Hold on. Did you get these?
Yes. Every picture you see, I snapped.
So, explain this picture we're looking at here.
Well, all I see is my lollipop.
Oh, that's what they do. I thought that was like an infrared picture of the sun or something. Lord, okay, never mind.
That's my melting lollipop.
Okay, that's right. I forgot about that. Lord have mercy. Sorry, excuse me, folks.
So you see this cloud right here? That guy right there.
Yeah.
Okay, to me, I can see a face there. I see that particular cloud all the time. And it'll transform. I wish I could point. Like I wish I could write on the screen to show you, but you watch it transform into the very same face I've been seeing for years. Yeah, and you definitely don't want to play the music.
Don't want to what?
You don't want to play the music. You'll get
Yeah,
copyright.
no. I've got it on mute. That's first thing I thought of because they will get you quick on a live stream.
I put up a 32-second video earlier stating I was going to be on your show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they copyrighted me for 32 seconds of a Goofy song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was kind of surprised.
That's why, like, you know, I've still put out a couple of the music videos on this channel here, but and I know people like them, and you know, maybe I'll start another channel where I can do it. That's the reason I'd started this one, but where I lost my other one, I had to kind of make it the backup channel. So maybe I'll start another channel for the people who, you know, because I do get like 100 hits a day on those music videos, so that's worth it to me. So I'm not going to be doing here anymore though, because I'm not going to take the risk of losing.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah. So those will be coming to an end. I've got one coming out tomorrow, but that might be the last one. So anyway, I know I've been seeing that a lot more now. I've seen, you know, people say that that's a new phenomenon, this long shadowing, but that's been going on for years. But I do see it a lot more lately, and my explanation for that is just my opinion. I mean, you know, what do I know though? I think that's from more of the particulates that's in the air. I think that's why you're seeing more of the long shadowing.
Yeah, that's very possible. I mean, I do not claim to have the answers. I just see stuff and I aim the camera.
Right.
You know, I do have some really wild pictures. If
Believe
you
me.
if you go to my playlists or even my videos, but my playlist, if you go to Skies Above,
I'm at videos now.
okay, so go to the first one there. I just uploaded that one.
Several years.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of photos, a couple little short clips. But there's a couple photos in there that just
something happened. It's not coming up.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Let me try another one. Make sure it isn't just that video. Just watch. We'll see what this one's. What the hell?
Okay, so this one, all these photos were sent to me by Odie Odin. And all I did was edit them and put them into a video.
Okay, I don't understand why that's not working anymore. See, that's this aggravates me. There we go. That one's playing. I guess we can watch this one. Or did we watch this last time?
I don't. We've never watched anything. That's one of mine.
That's right. Yeah, this is one of yours.
Huh.
Nice inverted rainbow. The wonders of our skies. You don't remember making? See, that's so funny. I had so many videos of it last year when people would ask me about certain. Hell, I couldn't remember.
Especially the titles. I mean, you know. But look at that.
And see, that's another case to me. I mean, that's all the particulates that's in the air. That's why we're seeing these halos all the time, sundogs all the time, these inverted rainbows all the time. I mean, our skies are full of funk.
Yeah, I told you it's Florida wet. The Florida air down here is, especially when the pressure is low, I have a real hard time breathing. And
See,
today I actually had a halo and I just didn't go in the house and grab my phone.
man,
And I
I'm
should
telling you,
have.
I haven't been filming like I used to. But and I think the reason for it is because complacency. It's because it's so common now. It's like because it happens every day. Walk outside if you want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Johan says Brian acting judge and jury right now. What are you talking about? Judge and jury? Am I judging somebody? My bad.
Huh.
Why is no one else chatting? Just wondering. I was wondering about that too. There's Bridget Williams. Okay. I guess nobody wants to talk to you, Johan. All right, let's get out of this one. I'd like to get Johan back on here. Let me know when you're back settled. Johan cracks me up. You know Johan?
I don't. I may very well be subscribed. Now you see that one, Bloodshed and Patterson?
The what?
If you go scroll down a little, there is a video called Bloodshed in Patterson. I took that when I was still living up north. That is my most viewed video. Now I lost it.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this, folks. Bloodshed and Paris. Oh, where's that going live with Milky? Oh, that was a month ago. How new is this video?
Bloodshed and Patterson is old.
Oh shit. Would it be under a
My playlists?
Yeah, let's go there because it'll take forever going through there. You got a bunch of
Yeah.
videos too. All right, what playlist?
Skies Above videos.
Hmm. Oh, there we go. And you said
This is the one.
Oh, there it is.
Look at the amount of views.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me pause it real quick.
It has nothing to do with the sky. Nothing.
I know it's because Bloodshed and Patterson. It's all about title. Man, I figured that one out a while back. Is like when I would name these live streams, you got to put a little pizzazz to it, and it really does make a difference as far
Oh, yes. You've got to be very creative. But this literally is a pool of blood. I don't know if someone was shot. This was literally a block from my house. It's the way I used to walk every morning. And there was a right across the street from a church. It's an abandoned house. And there on the ground is a pool of blood. And of course, in this one, I'm cursing. This is back in the day where I used to drop a lot of bad words. I've been, I've improved my
They say it's a sign of
vocabulary.
intelligence. I read.
But yeah, so that's where they all sat and smoked crack and shot dope. A girl actually died. Yeah, that was just the blood. A girl had actually died like a year. There you go. A year prior.
I'm sorry, I don't want to show this. My apologies, but I'd rather keep it positive. So, you got another video you want to show?
Yeah. If you get back to
the iPad. Oh, I don't know if we should watch that. We can break it down as long as I don't play it straight.
Yeah, but they took down one. This is just the original video, iPad Go 2.
Yep.
I wish they had left one up because this was people
I never got to see one.
Oh, I saw one. Crazy.
But it's amazing the symbolism and things in here. And a lot of people, I'm not saying that there is still predictive programming left in this, but I kind of see things that everything I've seen in the video thus far, I've seen as something that's already came to pass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This one winks.
George W. I'll tell you what, if anything, he was definitely a comical character. Can't say I liked him, but he was definitely comical. You know, I mean, and the Orange Man, he's comical too, even though I can't stand him. I just can't stand politicians, period. Can't
Yeah,
stand
I don't believe in politics. I think they're all working together. It's all about that black and white checkerboard floor right there. But they're all doing the same exact thing, which for the people is absolutely nothing. They do nothing for us.
Yeah, I'll tell you something that's even more interesting for people. I think most people in this community has probably seen this video, but if you haven't, I would recommend going to see it and watch it, and like go through and watch the video once in its entirety, but go back and watch the video several times and pay attention to background. Like, you know, you see the white rabbit in the background back there, and pay attention to the background things, because that's where the messages truly lie.
Yeah. Even when you're watching a TV show, look at
Now,
the
did you see that? Look,
on the
exit right
wall.
there. You didn't see that before, but now you see exit.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people broke these videos down.
Yeah, I thought
To
about it,
me,
but like you said, so many people's done it. But like I said, the reason I have is because everything in it seems to come to pass. I don't think there's anything left as far as predictive programming, but shit, I could be wrong.
yeah,
What is this part? I don't remember this.
me either.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't definitely did not remember that part.
Whoa. Says NOAA, U.S. Navy. That's weird.
I've never seen that. Never.
Nor have I. And like I said, it at the bottom it says NOAA, U.S. Navy, NGA, something from the U.S. Navy pops up in the middle of IPEC Go.
Wow.
Man, God, I need to take a screenshot of this.
Hmm.
Let me turn on my camera thing here.
But you see the title, My Final Analysis and the Final Truth. So I don't know who.
Oh, yeah, they may be saying that it has something to do with this.
Right.
Go back and watch this video, but I'm still going to take a picture of that image. Oh, well, I'll go get it later. That's interesting. Okay, we'll keep going here. I know as far as to not get copyright strikes, I have to keep stopping it and starting it. I can't just let it.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's that say? Psalm 13?
I can't
Or
see it.
Psalm 23. Psalm 23.
Is that what that says?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Psalm,
looking at a small screen. Normally I have my computer on and I put the full screen, but tonight I just went with the phone. I didn't even put my tablet on.
no, that's supposedly that's the Twin Towers there.
Yeah. And I'll tell you when you get to it, the part, the part that I have to sigh, and I'll tell you my personal opinion. And y'all may disagree with me, and that's fine. It's just what I feel.
There's the Bin Laden character.
Yeah.
Look at that symbol on his beard.
Yeah, I can't unless I was to look at a bigger screen. Like during
oh
the
yeah,
day,
it's so funny. I never noticed that before. He's got a CIA badge on his
well, because he was CIA.
I know.
Right?
That's funny though.
Yeah.
And the missiles in the background. Oh, look. Holy cow, I've never noticed that either. Maybe there is some predictive programming in this video.
Oh, absolutely.
Right there.
Absolutely.
You remember this last eclipse we had, the devil horns? The people took a picture over the Indian Ocean. It looked like devil horns coming up over the Indian Ocean because the sun was, of course, you know, when it's rising and setting, it's got the red light spectrum because of the atmosphere. So it was a red appearance, but it was getting eclipsed. So it made it look like devil horns just like that.
Hmm.
The oil pumps in the background. Statue of Liberty. Okay, now he's got this popping up.
Yes. Again, whoever made this video, because I don't ever remember seeing those two clips.
That's the birth of something, and to me, this looks like a seed sprout with a serpent around it.
Yes.
Okay.
Saying not human.
Yeah, okay. So what I'm getting here, I don't know, like I'm just kind of getting what I'm feeling. To me, you know, you keep hearing that all males will be sterile by 2050 or whatever. And to me, that's been by design. That's because of the crap they put in our food and everything else.
Yes.
And it's all because of this. This is what they're wanting to lead to. They're wanting to control our DNA. That's just what I'm getting. Any thoughts?
I believe they're trying to rid us of real men. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go.
There's the big heart chakra, and there's the third eye. And I want you to pay attention here too, folks, because you can see the third eye present here. His eyes still closed. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to represent.
Machines watching every move we make.
Oh, yeah.
This kid with his head split open.
That's the AI.
Yeah, and the machine.
Well, what did that say? What's it say in the eyes?
It says PLUN.
Markets plunge. War.
Markets plunge.
Now that might be predictive programming.
Absolutely.
Because I truly believe, I mean, the stock markets right now is all a ruse anyway. So that game's got to be up sooner or later anyway.
Yeah.
Just looking in the background and stuff. You know, okay, here's what I was talking about earlier. You see the sky? Remember I was talking about the Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Maybe that's predictive programming. And look, we're all still asleep.
Yeah, well, not all of us.
No, not all of us, but I'm just, you know, that's what they're portraying here, though.
Yeah. Look, a bug on his face. Red eyes.
I mean, this video is just so eerie. The Beast Out of the Sea, Russia. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this guy's interpretation of it, Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever get that sinking feeling?
Yeah, way more than one time. Okay, this is the part. This is supposed to be Jesus Christ, right? Coming in on the boat.
Yep. And there's that eclipse thing again.
Yep.
But you know what? Let me elaborate real quick. Well, we'll let it play. But you know, a lot of people say that first eclipse in America, and you know, they say a 7-year period of tribulation. Well, the next eclipse in America would be exactly 7 years later. And some think that is the judgment day, which will be coming up here in 2023 or 2024. Imagine that, 2024. That's a lot of people's number.
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, me too. I don't know what this is portraying. There's the piranha.
Where's Jesus in the boat? Okay.
Now look, his third eye's gone.
Right, but watch what happens when he opens his eyes. What happens to his eyes?
Put a bra on.
The old one, yeah. Old lady boobies.
Starting to crumble. I wonder if that right there is supposed to symbolize the veil coming down.
It's very possible.
And folks, I want to know what y'all think in the chat too. I mean, y'all, if y'all see anything, and give us your point of view.
And look, zombies.
Yep.
Not me.
Okay, now, did you see that?
The blow up.
Yep. It's an explosion.
Yep.
The cleansing, I'm telling you folks, there's a separation coming in. I think Wayne and I are going to be doing a show on that in the coming weeks. So you'll tune in for that. That's all I want to say about that though. I like how he spins up here.
Yep. And the moon is above him.
Yep. All right, pay attention to the background. There's an impact spot right there below him. I think that's he's looking down, and that's somewhere in ruin after the explosion. Yeah, David Berry said the moon was upside down.
Oh, see? Good observation.
Yep. I like how the heart chakra is represented a lot here.
I think we're
here's where he comes out now. And like I said, this is where he opens his eyes.
right. So look at his feet on fire.
Third eye's back. Now we can see clearly. I mean, Christ's original teachings was to teach us that we were capable of everything he does.
I just get that his eyes are red.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go back. I think I saw something in his eyes. Okay, there's definitely a black triangular object, whether it be a pyramid, I don't know, but there's a black triangular object at first. I know y'all can see it now.
Yeah.
And the pyramid's on his forehead above the third eye too. I guess that maybe that's representing the crown.
Maybe.
You see I wonder if this in the background, the castle crumbling down, is the fall of the crown in England. I swear, I think the Queen of she's stepping down sooner rather than later.
They've been talking about that since Harry and Meghan are leaving.
Yep. I think you're seeing the disassembling of the crown. I think you're seeing it.
And that's all of the empire.
Yep.
About time.
You know, and that's like for the Queen of England, she has to be invited to Vatican City or she can't even step in there. And there's the sun coming up. It's a bright new day. And you're still seeing a lot of that purple and pink in the skies. Like I said, I really do think there's something with this Beetlejuice. I think it's going to be used for another psyop. Like I said, I think that's for Project Bluebeam. I think they're going to make some fireworks in the sky.
It's very possible. Yeah, I have a lot of videos on all different names of playlists.
Did you see that meteor go streaking by? They're gonna be
Yes.
coming.
Yeah.
And there we go, folks, for those who've never seen I Pet Goat.
Yeah, I wish we would be able to see one.
Yeah, like I said, I've never seen it, so I can't even comment on it.
Oh, it was so good. And then of course when 2 came out, and then they took 1 away, and I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. Yep.
Wow. I'll tell you what, the one thing about this, showing images and stuff, I thought that shows flew by before. Now they fly by even quicker. So I may have to start going over an hour just to be able to show some things. Y'all may have to bear with me. I am letting it run over a few minutes tonight because of where we had that static going on and the reverb in the beginning. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim that out as soon as the video's done processing, so y'all won't have to
Right.
watch any of that.
First couple minutes.
So that'll give you a couple of minutes to just share anything you'd like to share.
Me?
Yes, there ain't nobody else here.
Well, which direction do I go?
Anyway, you feel led.
I would say, I know I've said this before, but the one thing I've noticed is that more and more people are now paying attention to the skies, which I appreciate because I've been doing this since approximately 2010. And unfortunately, I lost one of my SD cards that had like 2.5 years of photos on them and videos.
Do you not have
But I
Google
got,
Photos? Sorry to interrupt, but do you not have Google Photos?
huh?
You not have Google Photos?
I do, but somehow, I'm telling you, somehow I've lost
Mm.
uh, between a year and maybe 2 years of some photos, and I don't delete them, even though they say they're backed up. I still don't delete them because I don't know where they're backed up to.
Right. You actually, if you're missing something like that, if you've got a guesstimation on the time frame it was, you can actually email Google their support department, and they might be able to recover those for you.
Right.
So
But
it's
I think I have over 10,000 photos now. So whatever I did lose, it was back when I was first starting. I am not a great photographer. I never claimed to be, but I have caught some really crazy stuff. You know, when you watch my videos, the end of every video shows that triangle with the lines. I don't have it up. That's an actual photo I took in the skies of Patterson. And you don't have to watch it now, but the last video I just uploaded right before we came on the air,
Mhm.
you'll see some really strange pictures in there, like where there's, squares, and it looks like an old titan or god sitting at this big square desk. And yeah, so just I suggest everybody keep looking up, and besides that, keep looking in here and here, but you got to put it together. You got to take the heart and the third eye part, and it merges, and that's when you get your answers.
And try not to ponder on all this out here. Try to focus
Yeah,
on just what's
you
in here.
can't. You have to focus on inside.
Yep.
You have to.
I know I sound
Once
like a broken record, but I don't care.
you,
One of these days. Well, Michelle, I'd love to get you back on again. And like I said, I know Brian was tore up. He wasn't going to make it. He was like, make sure you tell her that, you know, I really wanted to be there, and I was like, man, I didn't even tell her you were coming in the first place.
Well, thank you so much. And listen, Brian, I'm serious. Anytime at all, I'm here. I will definitely join your show anytime.
That's
You
great. Well,
know,
I'll try to definitely get you back here in the next couple of weeks. I know next week's pretty much full up, so we'll try to get you back a week after that. How's that sound?
I will be waiting for your email.
Well, good deal. Will you hang right there with me, folks? I'll be back tomorrow night with the Trinity of Truth. So, and then Sunday night, I have got, who do I have? Oh, yeah. This guy named Jake Parsons and Kent Nichols is going to be back Sunday night. It's going to be the fellas night. So y'all have to tune in for that. So until tomorrow night, Trinity of Truth, be there, be square. I love you all, folks. Have a good night. Be the frequency you want to receive.
There you go.